What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports, the Houston, Texas Homer Network. We talking all sports, but only Houston. Y'all know what it is. It's game day, pregame show. Talking about the Texans. But we got a gentleman that y'all ain't seen in a while, but he's still in style, man. Who we got in the mix with us this morning, afternoon, wherever y'all at, whatever it is.
Peekaboo, you fuck you. Y'all already know what it is. Third Coast Sports TV. Welcome back. Appreciate Honcho got me on today, man. We finna give y'all a good pregame show.
Exactly. Y'all already know how I rock when we get in the building. You know what's going down. So let's talk about it, man. We got the Browns. We got the Texans. We got some disrespect that we was talking about right before the thing. But before we get into all that, we got to talk about the most important thing when it comes to all of this, and that's you, Sauce Nation. Send a little bit of love. Y'all know how we do Sauce Nation roll call. Man, shout out your side with pride. Whatever part of the greater Houston area you from. You know, drop that in the comments. You know, your block, avenue, street, cul-de-sac, circle, whatever. That's just a weird thing. Stay on the circle. Your boulevard, you know what I'm saying? Your hood, said military rank. And however you identify, however you get down. If you're not from the greater Houston area, well, you fuck out of luck. That's your fault. Now, we'll still send some digital love your way, man. Just let us know where you at. Let's get that rocking. And then let's get into it. Also, I got a couple of shout-outs I need to send. Shout out to DeMarcus, man. Appreciate the love, supporting the goal. Shout out to Trill for no other reason than he only had a good toilet paper suggestion. No other reason besides that, because that nigga ain't good for nothing but telling you how to use 3-ply toilet paper. And if y'all ain't fucking with that Quilted Northern, y'all missing out. It's something special. Who else? I know we got one more. I should have wrote them down before the thing. You know, I ain't keeping my notes and all that. Where my guy at? I wrote on the other piece of paper. I ain't doing this one. Shout out to Christian, Ned. Appreciate the love, supporting the goal. Like I say, y'all know tomorrow is the birthday, and I want to probably liven up the stream, so y'all know y'all continue to support. Use any of the other methods. Like I said, you know, I appreciate the super saucy super chat. You know, YouTube be trying to hold your shit for a month and some change. And do all that. You know, I want to buy this thing tomorrow. We're very close. I think we're like 50 out the way. So y'all support that. Let's make that rock. Herb got to say peekaboo. Eastside Hero say 2-0 be real nice. I feel you. Let's see what we got. Alana, the better half of the best moderating couple in all the land. We ain't even worried about it. Voodoo ain't even got to show up. As long as Alana here, we ain't even worried about it. AOS Days, Jabari. Let me see. Andre Wink holding down the chat and the stream. Herb Gotti, Suburban Cowboy, Smokey McKenzie, Worthy TV. What's the motherfucking deal? Frankie and H-Town, if you ain't following Frankie on the gram and you use Instagram, well, you wasting your life. All right, you're just wasting your life.
Too much sauce.
Let me see. Victor, y'all appreciate the love with dropping a dime on the super chat, super sauce super chat. Who the fuck is Cody? I don't know what you're talking about. 10 win man in the building. Mr. 10 wins already. Shack of the Pie, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. I see Trinity Guard in the building, Fifth Ward in the building, South Park in the building, Duplex, in the Loop Gang, Amarillo in the building. Somebody asked me about Amarillo in the den, and if we thought we considered Amarillo, Texas. I said, it's cool with me. Pasadena in the building, Dirty Bay in the building. Okay, we got a couple folks from Dirty Bay. Pearland, the new land of the trio. San Antonio in the building. Already David Pritch, aka Texas Pal, if you want to stay up to date with all the Texans news. All the Texans news. Because, in the sauce, we're going to give it to you. We might not give it to you like as soon as it happens. We'll give it to you in the sauce. But if you want it up to date, right on time, make sure you follow Texas Palace on the gram. DeAndre, Ryan Blair, I eat barbecue and spaghetti ass nigga. What's the motherfucking deal? JP the Don. Hey, man, let's get into it. If I miss you, I ain't dish you, I promise. But we got a lot to talk about, not enough time to talk about it. So let's just look at this thing, man. Like I say, shout out to Uncle to the Max, came on the other day. He at the game. So shout out to him. Maybe we'll get some updates or something like that from the energy and the environment. But Houston Texans headed to Cleveland, taking on the Browns. Last time we played Cleveland, it was a clusterfuck, a big long delay, some shady shit going on, and it really wasn't that great of a game. I think it was like 7-10, something like that. You say any news on Fuller and his situation? Said the rumors were swerving around that something happened with his family. Man, I don't know if it's a situation like that. I would think if they talking about like they don't know when he's gonna come back, if he's gonna come back, I would assume it would have to be a familial situation. Like, it don't take that long to get PEDs out your system, so I don't think that's the case. Like, I think with him, I think it has to be some type of personal issue going on, and it is what it is, man. So let's talk about it. Wink. I kind of spilled my sauce this week. I want to know your thoughts just overall, a synopsis of how you feeling about this game, the Texans' chances going against the Browns, what you think about the Browns, what you felt about the Texans from their last victory. I mean, did it change your opinion at all? Are you surprised by it? Just your overall thoughts on the matchup today.
Well, for me, this is a game, if by some grace of glimmer they get any chance, if Baker Mayfield makes a mistake and he loses to the Houston Texans, the Browns have to reevaluate what they're going to do with their quarterback if they lose this game. They have to figure out, you know what, this guy really ain't going to get us nowhere. We have a talented team around him. Yes, a couple more pieces that we could end up adding to this football team. But as it stands right now, I have them winning this game. I'm picking the Browns to win this game, but I want the Houston Texans to win. I want them to pull us out. I want them to show us something. Yeah. And the main reason why I want them to show us something is because the betting odds have this game at 13 points favorites for the Browns. That's disrespectful. Yes. That is extremely disrespectful. And that is the only real reason why I'm pulling for the Houston Texans today. If y'all are betting, bro, take those points. Bro, take the points, bro. The Houston Texans going to cover this, bro. 13 points, that's pretty steep for any football team, So that's how I have it right now. Of course, Kareem Hunt, I think he's going to be the better of the two running backs today because I feel like he's going to be able to punch in the touchdowns today. I feel like Nick Chubb is going to get a lot of first downs. He's going to get used quite a bit, but I think the one who's really going to be cashing it out is fucking Kareem Hunt. At all costs, on throwing downs, if they are throwing the ball, do everything you can to stop Jarvis Landry. He has to be stopped because he's going to convert a whole lot of third downs if you let him. He's a guy who can catch the ball at a high rate. Is he going to burn you deep? Not so much. Can he get sideline catches? Can he catch in the red zone? Absolutely. And Njoku, his size, his length can be a problem. For guys who, are going to be covering him well up the seam. So he's another guy that you have to worry about. But as it stands right now, that's how I have it. defense. We'll get into the defensive side in just a little bit, but what's your take on it?
I mean, I look at it, I kind of agree with you on the Baker situation and the point spread situation because the Browns ain't a 13-point favorite over nobody. I don't care if they have won games by more than 13 points. It's the Browns. Like my whole belief, and like I say, I will get into it later. Why I feel a little bit differently about the Browns is because I have a belief that certain cities have a certain energy, right? The Jags had a good year. They Saxonville and all that good shit. And then they went back. They regressed to the mean. You know what I'm saying? What they were. They are who we thought they were. You had a good year. Everybody with the sunshine on the dog ass every now and then. I feel like that's kind of what's going on with Cleveland. They went out and made some moves. They went and got Odell a couple of years ago. Him and Baker didn't have that connection. I don't understand how you don't have a connection with Odell, who's one of the better receivers in the league, especially at that time. And then he's been kind of injured, so they haven't really been able to reap the benefits from that. I think that's one of those negative energies on the city of Cleveland. And I don't know how much longer he's going to be out now. But to me, it's not so much Baker because they've surrounded him with a ton of talent. I mean, and not just talent on the first level. I mean, you got backups, you got depth around him with talent. So like I say, to me, I feel like, Something happened. Oh, we went time to. Y'all see the back row? Don't look. I'm gonna lean over here. You see, I'm over here. I'm cool. Over here, I'm not cool. Over here, I'm cool. I'm gonna look like this. I'm gonna talk like this till we figure out what happened. But the way I see it, hold on. Let me do some real live get up shit real quick for y'all. So I'm supposed to have this prepared. Players fuck up. But again, like I said, it's a situation where I don't really feel like Baker's that dude, right? I feel like Baker has benefited from all of the talent that's around him. You know what I mean? My mouse has been tripping. I feel like he's been again like a guy that's benefited from the talent that's been around him, and I'm trying to like fix two screens at once so this other one don't look too crazy till they get back. I'm still got like half a face in this motherfucker. All right, we'll do it like this.
Here we go. I don't know. Okay. It was the. Here we go.
Okay. Okay. Bet. I was over here doing some other shit. So like I was saying, I don't think Baker's that dude. I think it's been the talent that surrounded him that makes him look a little bit better. Like, I don't understand how you don't have a connection with Odell. I don't understand how, and that's why I say that energy around Cleveland. Odell's been there and hasn't really been able to contribute like that, either whether it be injuries, whether it be, like I say, the poor, connects. You got Landry, you got Njoku, you got, Hooper, you got a bunch of dudes. And like I say, you got it at 2 or 3 levels deep. So it's like, even if somebody does go down, if there is injury, there's still enough talent around Baker to support him. I don't just see him as that dude. So I kind of feel you on that, where everybody has the Texans as, they're so trash, they're the worst of all time, prior to the league. 0-17, they're going to be the first team to go 0-17. Like they said, it just really just felt like Trevor Lawrence was that guy, I guess. We all saw what happened with that. I don't think it's going to be anywhere close to that 13. I don't think the Browns are that good. Like, I know, like I said, they held their own with Kansas City. But like I was saying before Kansas City was missing one of their emotional leaders, one of their main guys. Matthew, I don't think, played that game. And then, he's a contributor. He gets guys riled up. He makes things happen. So that's a benefit. Right. Now, I don't think we have anything like that on our squad, so I'm not going to sit here and say, it's we'll be able to do it. And I know Hargraves had a good game. Hargraves is not going – I don't think he's going to come out with a pick, or I don't think we get 3 picks this game. Because I think what we're going to find out today's like more of a discovery game for the Texans to me. And that's like, people have been asking, what's their identity? What's their identity? You can't give this whole new regime an identity after one game. You know what I mean? Like, and again, with it being against the Jags. We'll find out if they're solid against the run because they did not look that great. I know they didn't give up a ton of yards, but I think the average yards were like 4.8 or something crazy like that they gave up.
It was
4.5
yards.
Yeah, and so you're going to find out against 2 good running backs. You're going to find out what they're made of as far as run stopping. And they weren't very good stopping the run last year. We told y'all that with certain names left, and y'all said, they were overrated and overpaid. But, we'll see what they can do this year. I think this is more of an identity-finding game. I'm not going to put my prediction if the Texans win or lose yet. But you'll find out what they're made of this game. Because again, this is a very talented team. They got all the pieces in place to make something shake. So I think this is more of a game that tells you who the Texans are, more so than it tells you anything about the Browns. But I got a question for you.
Right.
Let's say, because again, like I say, preseason, a lot of people saying, "Oh, the Browns, they can go deep in the playoff. They lost to the Super Bowl winners last year. They might have a chance this year. The Texans supposed to go over 70. If the Texans win this game and the Browns lose this game, what is that telling you? Are the experts getting it wrong? Is it just one of those any given Sunday things, or maybe the Texans are better than we thought they were, and maybe the Browns are worse than people are giving them credit for?
It could be a combination of all those things. You can go down the order. Okay, if they lose this game, it's going to be because if the Browns lose this game, it's going to be because of a lack of discipline. It's going to be a lack of depth at the linebacker spot. It's a lack of, we just outperformed and outclassed them. It's no reason that the Texans should win this game on paper. It's no reason that they should do this. But if the Texans pull this game off, you're going to have to say, well, if the Texans win this game, I'm looking at it from a coaching standpoint, because that would mean something within the Texans organization and that they've been stalled with something that we haven't had for years, and that's hard. Especially on defense. The defensive heart on this football team has not really been here since like 2016, one of our last great years that we had on defense. So
Too much sauce.
shout out to Trill too. I just see he just shout out shout out
to Trill.
Yeah, but it's one of these things, man, where I'm not one for the cliches like the any given Sunday shit. I just feel like the better team that day will win. Does it necessarily mean that the Houston Texans are better than the Browns? No, it's just on Sunday. That's what counts. We're gonna have the W, and as I stated earlier, if the Houston Texans beat this team, and we've gotten coaches fired before, we've gotten quarterbacks removed. I feel like if we lose this game, Baker Mayfield has to be on watch or something. Like something has to go astray, because they're gonna have to be inquiring for Aaron Rodgers or something like that, or they're gonna have to do something, because he's just not the guy. He hasn't proven himself. Everybody got from him his rookie season, but ever since then, he hasn't really done anything to warrant being the number one overall pick. Not from what I understand. I don't know how Browns fans feel about him, but from somebody who just watches football with no bias, yes, he can have the games, but like you say, the sun shines on every dog's ass every once in a while. So, you're going to get away with one sometimes. But are you just outright dominating? Are you the reason that they're winning? Or are you just doing enough not to lose the game? What do they call those guys? They refer to them as game managers.
Exactly.
Because we all know the defense and the run game is the staple of this football team. If you don't have that, then I really don't know what you have, because they have an extremely talented team and they can do so much more with a better quarterback.
I agree. Like I said, to me, not the best decision maker. I think there's a few other factors that go into that, but like I said, to me, it's the talent around him. Like, how can you lose? How do you fuck that up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real quick, man, we 118 D, 55 likes. I don't care if you hit the like button. I don't care if you hit the dislike button. Hit one of them damn buttons. Engage with the shit. Hit the chat. Whatever you got to do. Let the platform know you enjoy the content. If you don't enjoy the content, get your old punk ass up out of here then. I know it's haters in the mix. I know we ain't that deep in haters. I know it's haters around, but god dang. So it's a with the Texans not having just superstar offensive talent, right? I mean, let's be honest. We don't have in the skill positions. I don't think there's anybody that just makes you say, wow. I mean, Cooks had a good game last week, but Cooks he's relatively consistent. I've never been a big fan, but he did what he needed to do last week. He helped us secure the victory. But I think the big matchup doesn't involve skill players in this game. I think the big matchup that people are going to be looking at is going to be Tunsil and Garrett. What are your thoughts on that matchup? And will Tunsil be able to keep Garrett off of Tyrod Taylor?
Man, that's going to be a hell of a matchup. It's one of those situations. It's probably going to be the matchup of the day. I don't think, outside of that, the only other matchup that I see that's going to end up being elite is Zach Cunningham versus either one of these quarterbacks. So that's what I see right now. You have probably one of the best defensive ends in the league going up against one of the best left tackles in the league. Hopefully Tunsil is going to win some matchups, but I feel like the only way we get away with this is if Myles Garrett, he can be undisciplined at times. He can jump off sides. He can hit the quarterback after, he's already thrown the rock. So, penalties, that serves them well versus what we've done. The fact that we've shown the ability last week to be able to limit the penalties. If Malik Collins doesn't get in and hit the quarterback after the fact, I think we'll be all right, because that was one of my biggest gripes for last week.
Yeah. And that's a very interesting thing, looking at the discipline on this team, because we've seen it for so many years prior. Mr. Butchin and year in and year out, inconsistency, lack of discipline, just plagued the Texans game in and game out. Small things, several times that may have caused us from maybe a deeper run in the playoffs or a better position, a better seeding, little small things that we were not able to get under control. But speaking of discipline, speaking of O'Brien regime, there's a gentleman going to be on the opposite side of the Texans offense that we are very familiar with, right? One, Jadeveon Clowney. What are your thoughts on Clowney getting to see the Texans, and how do you feel like he's going to perform?
Clowney's going to be a problem for whoever on that right side. I don't know. He's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem for the run game. Ingram, David Johnson, if they run the ball to the outside, that shit's over with. I feel like the only way that you probably could make anything out of this is if you run out of the shotgun, you run off tackle, or you run an inside zone or something like that. Maybe if you do like some inside twists, you can motion to get the guys right off of their mark. They get confused and they lose sight of who they're supposed to protect, but you don't do that. Clowney and Garrett, they're about to have a field day against these running backs, because Phillip Lindsay and Scotty Phillips got the most speed as far as the running backs are concerned on this football team. The fact that you're not going to be able to utilize that, and you're going to need Mark Ingram to get a lot of these hard yards on these second and third downs, and some of these first downs that we're going to end up, some of these first downs that we're going to end up running, bro, they're going to be able to key on that. And the main reason why is because they know we have a plethora of running backs. You're going to have to run the football this game, and you're going to have to do it effectively. Reason why, you're going to need some of this time to go off. If Tyrod is not getting it done, you're going to have to use some read option. You're going to have to sprinkle it in there. You can't not run the ball with Tyrod Taylor today. You have to run the ball with Tyrod just to keep these guys honest, so that if you do want to go, you want to go down the field, mid-range, you want to go deep down the field on the sideline or something like that, hey, establish the run in some sort of way. You can't abandon it today. This is not a game where I would say you abandon the run. You have to run really at all costs. I wouldn't be surprised if this is more of a run game than it is a passing game, and I really won't be mad about it. The only thing that I will be mad about is the play style and the fact that the O-line will not get any push. I'll be more mad about that, because that's something that they can control. But I expect Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney especially to be having a field day against Titus Howard or whoever's on the right side of the football field. He's going to have a field day.
Okay. Shout out to Ryan Blair. Shout out to Alana Miller. I appreciate the super saucy, super chat love. So here's my thing, man. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe it was week one. Again, I'm borderline, because I have the mentality like, yeah, it's the Jags. But at the same time, everybody was saying, "Oh, Texans are going to be the worst." I mean, everybody was putting the Texans significantly below the Jags. Oh, they lost all the talent without number 4. They can't do shit. All that. So I'm kind of on this, and it's always been this way in the sauce. I'm kind of on this fuck the national media shit. And that's why I want the Texans to just prove everybody, or even prove me wrong, because I only gave, I think, 4 wins this year. And I will eat all the crap. I'm not tripping on none of that, because people come in and say, oh, y'all guys are just negative. Y'all just hate. No, we're going to call it like we see it. And if it comes out differently, hey, I was absolutely wrong about that. Eat the crow. We know there's certain platforms locally on the national media that just dismiss every time they say some stupid ass shit and they just act like it never happened. But we're gonna always eat the crow. We're gonna be accountable here. That's part of the sauce. And we know the Sauce Nation gonna hold us accountable. So no matter what, because we know y'all ain't gonna like, y'all niggas saying, yeah, we said it. All right, cool. But and so I'm on this kick where I feel like the Texans have this little chip on their shoulder. We've heard that before, but I don't think they had the staff in place to make that happen. I want to know your thoughts. Who do you think is, because it does seem like a culture shift. Again, one game, the energy in the locker room, post game, all of that. Who do you think is most responsible? Do you think Culley is that guy? Do you think that it's Lovey? A lot of people say they feel like Lovey's bringing this energy with that veteran leadership. Do you think Tim Kelly doing anything? I forgot to mention Danny. Because, we say Tim Kelly's OC, but then Danny comes in and says, oh, well, I remember this playbook from the Patriots. You know what I mean? But who do you think, as far as on the coaching staff, is most responsible for this kind of shift we see? And you even mentioned it, like the discipline issues. Kind of last week they were lacking. We'll see if it's consistent throughout the year. But who would you give credit most to, in your opinion, as far as this change we've seen, at least in one game?
Well, as I see it right now, Lovey's the biggest addition to this football team. And we can see why. I mean, what he was able to do with this football team, it's expected. It's expected for those who know coordinators. Shout out to Hector and Ray. They've been calling for this for years. We've been calling, but everybody from the South has pretty much been calling for a 4-3 for years, and you can see why. Exactly. You put the right people on the line to be able to get the most pressure that you can get. If you're generating a pass rush, guys are going to be able to step up, and guys are going to be able to do their job on the back end a whole lot better. So you can even see, I know the team is better from a standpoint because you can already look at what the defense is doing, and they already have 3 interceptions, and that's what they had that in one game versus having that all last season.
Correct.
You don't change that if that is not an emphasis for your football team. Guys have to make those plays when they are available to you. And as I can see right now, if we get an overhaul of defensive talent, or if we end up going into the off season, which is a long way from now, and we're able to load this team up with a little bit more defensive talent, this team is going. It'll still be slept on because it's the Houston Texans, because we don't have Deshaun Watson, because he'll be a forgotten memory by that point.
Yeah.
But it's getting even this offense to a better game, because now they have somebody that they can go against in practice and be like, okay, well, now we're seeing some shit. Now we can see, okay, we have a great mind, so now we can pick up and we can sharpen our iron as well. So I think the run game is still going to be a thing for the Texans on the offensive side of the ball, because the line is still so makeshift at this point. I think Culley does bring something. He does bring a little bit of ferocity. I like seeing how happy he was when plays were being made, and that's the celebration and shit like that, because we haven't really had that. We haven't really had a coach to be like, fuck yeah, like, the real, we haven't really had that, bro. We haven't really. It's always like, yeah, or yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No, you can tell Culley's that kind of guy, because he come from the Ravens. The Ravens, they just they built with that hard nose. They built with everything that you really want. So I think pairing those two together was probably one of the best things that the Houston Texans needed so far. I wasn't big on Culley. He still got a lot to prove, and I'm just going off of what I saw in game 1. But if he can continue that to game 2, and then if he can take that to a game 3 and put 3 wins together after we start off with an extremely tough schedule then reconsideration is gonna have to be made on at least on my part.
Yeah. So my thing with that is, and I kind of agree with you with the Cully thing. I saw something, I know a little clip they showed when he was talking to Ingram, and he was just talking about that, this team needs that person. Like, you never saw that from Butt Chin or prior regime. Like, people don't understand how much positive reinforcement benefits somebody. It's one thing you could chew a motherfucker out all day and harp on they flaws, but positive reinforcement is a huge plus. That motivates the person to keep that same energy going. They like that, and so I give that to them because that's something we haven't seen around here in a long time. At least in that prior regime. You suck too, motherfuckers. We seen that, you know what I'm saying, but we ain't seen the enforcement that we need. So again, like I said, it's just it's a definite culture change, even with Nikki Scissors in there. I'm not a fan of the Patriot way, but there's something a little bit different going on. It's not quite the full Patriot way. I mean, the GM moves look similar, and again, I'm not gonna follow because I feel like he's in a situation where you had to clean a lot of shit up, and so I'm gonna give him a year. I'm gonna give him the Brian Gain treatment, at least of more than a year, and then we'll start talking about that. But let's kind of jump on it briefly, you know what I'm saying, because we haven't had a chance to get your thoughts on that. And I know y'all get ready. It's not time yet, but y'all get y'all MMMFWs ready. If y'all don't know what that means, I'll update y'all in a second. If you do know what it means, have that ready, and make sure you use the hashtag. It's not time yet. Give us about 5 to 10 minutes. Your thoughts on how everything is being handled right now with the number 4 situation. Your just thoughts on it overall, because we hadn't had a chance to really hear from you on everything since it's been going down.
It's no sense in talking about it right now. I mean, this is the thing that the justice system in the league is going to have to go ahead and take up. You don't have all of the full details. Nothing has really been brought to light other than speculation. Mm-hmm. I mean, so why are you going to put your team, and I'm glad that he's not really being a distraction, because they've already confirmed, bro, he's not really being a distraction. He doesn't want to be one. He already has enough on his plate as it stands right now. All you can do right now is get the most compensation that you can for him. I would have liked for him to play this year, and the reason why I wanted him to play is just so he can keep his value extremely high. He balls out this year. They're gonna have to pay top dollar, with in terms of the draft picks or players that they want to mix in within the trade. You're gonna have to give up your very best in order to get Deshaun Watson. So and then it's just another year, just so for numbers' sake, that we can say like he can pass up Matt Schaub, he can pass up these guys, and just be like, as it stands right now, he came in, he's a great quarterback. It's only due to circumstances right now with these allegations, the only reason why he won't be with this football team going forward. If you don't have that, I think everything else works itself out, and I think everything else will be just fine, because like you say, we're bringing in guys. You get rid of O'Brien. He gets to go in another year with Chip Kelly. They already had a nice little rapport with the numbers that he was able to put up last year, which is the reason why you can kind of see the continuity of why Brandon Cooks is already starting out to be extremely successful right now. I mean, 132 yards off of 5 catches, that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that these guys were able to be extremely effective in the red zone, which is a huge thing that they had a problem with over the last few years. They improved their third down percentage, which is something that they need to improve. And the only thing right now that they're gonna probably have to improve is just their yards per their yards per average when it comes to the running game. I think if you find better plays that are suited for the guys that you have in the backfield, hey, then who knows what this team is going to be able to do in the long run. But as far as Deshaun Watson, man, as far as I go, I wish him well. I hope that everything works out for him. If he did this shit, then he got to own up, and he got to be a man, and he got to take his punishment. You know what I'm saying? Because that's some creepy shit. But if he's innocent, and if he's absolved of all this wrongdoing and all these bitches lying, then I would do everything I can to make sure I put every last one of these bitches in jail. Yeah. And he gonna have to go forward, and he gonna have to realize that a whole city, because it's real. I find it remarkable that everybody can say like, oh, he turned his back on the city. Well, it looks like the city turned its back on him. So that's a two-way street. So I'm just willing to I haven't really had much to say on this because I want to reserve all my judgment until the facts come out and we could talk about this with, there is no opinion about it. It's going to be he did or he did not do this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guys come under fire for shit like that, and there's a lot of creep ass niggas out here. Yeah. So I do not want to make it seem like it. We are well aware that it's a bunch of creepy motherfuckers out here. So and he can like whatever he likes, but I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah. It's at least 3 creeps in the comments right now. I ain't gonna name y'all, but I know some creepy niggas in the sauce right now. Shout out to Sarah Lou. Appreciate the super saucy super chat love. But just overall, there was a rumor, alleged speculation that came out. Speculation came out that prior to the draft, an offer was made of 3 firsts and 3 thirds. Would you have taken that if you were the Houston Texans?
3 firsts and 3 thirds?
Yes, for Deshaun Watson.
That's a hell of a deal, man. I think you jump on that, but one of those thirds would have had to be in the second. If he would have gave me 3 firsts, 2 thirds in a second, or 2 seconds and a fifth,
yeah,
I would have jumped all over that. I would have, me personally, as a GM who's gonna have to take this team. If you can see that you could still have a tough team with a minimal roster, what does that bode for you once you have the resources to be able to replenish your football team? That's what a GM has to be thinking about. I can understand you can want players in the mix. I can understand you want guys who have been at a certain level to be able to come on your team and be able to perform at the highest level because it's their job to do so. But I mean, that's a tough pill to swallow if you have that type of compensation. But the reason why people don't want to take, I understand why the Houston Texans don't want to take it, because those picks aren't decided. The season isn't even over. In order for you to know that, a team that's offering you that might very well win the Super Bowl, and those picks are at the end of the draft. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a tough situation that a GM, that I can understand that. I can understand the GM is in a very tough situation when it comes to Deshaun Watson, especially in terms of the compensation, because he does not want to fuck that up. Yeah. If you blow this Deshaun Watson trade, you have to be outcasted out of the league the same way that Bill O'Brien is, and now he had to resort to college football. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants anyone that fucking incompetent on their football team. Yeah. And he had to use himself back to another form of football because he can't get it done at the highest stage.
Yeah, but I agree. I think that's kind of how I was thinking. I would say I would have traded them the 3 thirds for 2 seconds. I'd accepted. I'd have took 3 firsts in 2 seconds. I would have took
that. Yeah. I would have took that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. But like I say, it's unfortunate. I think somebody said that was from the Eagles.
I just want you to know, we're running a show where we ask, we will ask questions. I was asked a question, I gave an opinion. If you don't like what we're being talked about, sir, I mean, there's plenty of other things you can do. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you giving us your time and your energy, bro. But at the end of the day, this is a conversation. This isn't something that's going to go away. No one has personally heard my opinion on this, which is what Honcho, the host of this show, asked one of his guests. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be a good sport and answer the question and get it.
Exactly. Like I say, y'all know Wink is a staple in the sauce, and like I say, we hadn't heard from a while. It's been a while, so I definitely want to get caught up on all those things. We got a lot of folks in the sauce, big fans, and so they haven't seen the man in a while, so they got questions. Hey, I want to know, what does Wink think about this? What does Wink think about that? So I want to make sure that we get all that addressed while we have the time to do so. All right. So here's the thing, and y'all know we do a little thing around here called Mark My Motherfucking Words. Shout out to Unger. I see Unger in the chat. And shout out to Sauce Nation for getting Unger to 400, man. Yeah, you got
Unger.
that.
Unger. Oh! I had to bring it back for him because he freaked out when I did that.
No shit. But shout out to Unger, man. I think he had the game, so I said I know he'll have a first hand view, so maybe we'll be able to catch up with him after the game, or maybe during halftime or something. He can let us know how things are rocking, his opinion. But again, shout out to y'all for getting him to 400, man. That was real swell of y'all guys. So shout out to Sauce Nation. So here's my deal, right? Here's the thing. Mark my motherfucking words. Hashtag MMMFW. If you don't put the hashtag, I ain't reading shit. I ain't gonna be scanning through the lines. I ain't got my glasses on. I don't feel like doing all that shit. So just put that down there. Mark my motherfucking word. It's a bold prediction. Put your stamp on it. If you know what Sauce Nation is, y'all know what Sauce Sports is, that means y'all are the fresh ingredients. You don't have good sauce without fresh ingredients, right? So that means y'all's opinion matters. And like I say, when we got a good thing going, I try to catch y'all's comments, throw that in there, because y'all are greatly appreciated.
Non-GMO. We want the organic shit.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Jay Dizzle because he wasn't in here when I said it. But yes, sir, I sent you some love and I appreciate the support. Even though I said I only gave you credit for your toilet paper suggestions. And like I said, shout out to good grief, Jamarcus, and shout out to no, I didn't see your score prediction, sir. See, this is what happens when you let niggas have your main line. They be trying to skip the line and just hit you up directly, interrupting your show and shit. So that's why you can't trust niggas from Port Arthur. Shout out to Ray Ray. Shout out to Ray Ray. But here's my deal, right? So put your bold prediction out there. And I know, I think Tyrod's going to throw 19 for 25, and he's going to have 201 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1. That's some old mediocre ass shit. Like, you got to put a stamp on it. You got to pick a facet of the game. You can say Sly going to kick 15 field. I don't care what but you got to put a bold prediction, a bold statement on it. And put your mark my motherfucking words on it. And while y'all drop those in the chat, Mr. Wing, looking at everything we got going on in this game, Texans versus Browns, man. What's your mark my motherfucking words?
First off, mark my motherfucking words. You sly motherfuckers who watching the sauce, won't get the likes up to 159 likes. Yeah, that's my mark mo. That y'all ain't got the heart to get this stream up to 159 likes before we. Yeah, that's my mark motherfucking was to start off because y'all, this a bunch of. Ninja watching ass niggas up in here. Yeah, but as far as the game is concerned, mark my motherfucking words, Baker will have he will have 2 turnovers this game. I could see him throwing an interception and having a fumble.
Okay.
Justin Reed will have a pick, 4 batted passes, and 9 tackles. Brandon Cooks will get 155 yards, and he'll get 2 tubs today.
Okay. So you're gonna make up.
Zach Cunningham will get 15 tackles today. 3 tackles for loss.
Okay.
As far as the game, I think the Browns take this game 27-21.
27-21. All right. And which said the over-under was right at 48, wasn't something like that?
Over-under is at 48.
Okay.
Is at 48. The line is 13 for the Browns.
Okay. Ain't no way. I don't see that happening. All right. Real quick, let me catch a couple before I drop mine. Let me see something else. I see the chat jumping, and I don't want to miss y'all. For Huncho, I put my mark my motherfucking words, and you didn't say it. Why didn't you say my mark my motherfucking words, Huncho? Trill say, what? Are you see, Trill? I know you want the free Broderick ribs just like everybody else. I think that's outrageous. Not even on the part of the Texans, on the Browns. Trill says 38-9. Browns. You're supposed to hold your score prediction, goddamn. Okay, let's see. I see. Oh damn, y'all been dropping these motherfuckers. 3 TDs for Tyrod, no INTs. I see Texans score more than 30. I see Texas defense 3 TOs, 3 sacks, 10 QB pressures. 3 pick, 3 sacks. I see Pharaoh Brown have 110. Pharaoh Brown is a name I forgot to talk about today because I like what Pharaoh did last week, and I think Pharaoh Brown's gonna have a chip on his shoulder. And so I do have some big expectations for Pharaoh Brown. Let's see. Texans dropping 30 plus this game. Browns ain't dropping 20. Okay. My motherfucking boy, he put up 30 again. Texans score more than 30. Big Vern pick 6. Man, look, I know y'all burning for Vernon. Big Vern pick 6. Okay. 3 TDs, 300 yards, over 50 yards rushing for Tyrod. Okay. Ingram goes off 4 TD. Ooh, that's a bold prediction. But if we can get in the red zone a couple of times, it's I mean, I ain't gonna dismiss it. Nico Collins goes off for 100 receiving yards, 2 TD. Yeah, I would like to see Nico get off. I think he's got some potential. I'd like to see him, get up there. He could have had one last game. They could have kind of hold him. You say we finna get wrecked. You ain't got no faith. Terrible. You're so negative. Why are you so negative? Defense balls out. David Johnson. Look, Scrooston. I'm all for bold predictions, right? I'm all for bold predictions. But David Johnson is banned from this stream. Okay, nah, I'm just fucking with you. David Johnson, that nigga, I don't know. I got deep. That gentleman there, bro. I don't think he got it in him no more. Because to me, he looked all tender dick last game. He just looked like, because he looked like he was just scared. He looked like he was not anticipating the contact. He didn't want no smoke. Shout out to Street Runner. You say Mark my motherfucker, we scored twice in the first quarter, 31-28. Bet that. We don't give up any sacks. Texas D 5 turnover. Defense get 4 turnovers, 17 points. That's terrible. Let me see. Pharaoh 110, 2 Ds. Trill with the terrible score prediction. Y'all go ahead and drop them score predictions. While we doing that, my motherfucking words. I'm gonna get bold with y'all. I'm gonna say. I don't even know if I believe this. I'm gonna say Tunsil, Stonewalls Garrett.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Tunsil gonna Stonewall Garrett, because with him and Titus on that side, I think they got a little chemistry on that side. I'm not so much as high on Titus. He's decent, but I think it's more Tunsil. But I think they Stonewall Garrett. I think Tyrod has a personal vendetta, right? Because Tyrod was the transitioning into Baker Mayfield. So I think it's one of those teacher versus student things. I think Tyrod goes in there, airs it out. He gonna spread it out. He gonna get him 2 to Pharaoh, and I think he gets one to Cooks, and I think he's gonna get probably a passing TD. I guess it'll count as a passing TD to Lindsey. I need to be writing down my thoughts.
You know what? I want to change my score prediction.
Okay.
I want to change it.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, so I'm going to go over to 48. So I'm gonna say the Texans go over.
Okay.
I'm going to say they go over. I'm going to say 34-27 Texans.
Okay.
Because I think Pharaoh is going to get a touchdown. I think Cooks is going to get a touchdown, and I think Ingram might be the one. No, Lindsey is going to get the touchdown today on the ground.
Okay.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think, and Sly is going to show the fuck up because we know Kaimi Fairbairn won't.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I was going. I was going with the Texans 34. I was going a little bit less with the Browns. I was going to say the Browns 24. I was going to give the Texans 10 in this one. Hey, it's Rio. Hey, Rio, how you doing? Rio, the riot starter. What you got? You say Texans in on Mims? We already got a Mims. What you talking about? We got Davis Mims at quarterback. What Mims you talking about? Shout out to Triple H for subscribing. Appreciate it. We'll get fresh ingredient Sauce Nation. What'd you say?
I say, yeah, he ain't even earned his last name.
Yeah, he gonna have to put in some work.
Back.
Hold on. What'd you say? What? Oh, Trill say Ray just hit the pipe. He say, mark my motherfucking word. Mills comes in and throws a game-winning tee. God damn it, Ray. You what are you growing out?
Stop.
You growing poppy seeds out there on that farm? What you growing out there?
Oh, cut it out. Cut it out. We know these is jokes, right?
Yeah.
We know those. It's like,
Let me see. Real quick, where we at? We got a couple of minutes before we wind it down. We're gonna probably draw by 5 minutes, so all of us who will be in the Discord can do that thing. If you're not in the Discord, you want to keep the conversation going, because we be live. We're live. Like, I know y'all be like, oh, you should go live during the game or something. We live during the games, watching the game in the Discord. Like we in that thing.
It's still 28 motherfucking haters up in here, because my motherfucking is gonna end up coming true, because I said y'all couldn't get us up to 159 likes, before, and then y'all gonna prove me right. Bold predictions definitely. I almost always hit on my shit, so I see it's always some motherfucking haters up in here, or motherfuckers who just don't like to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just listen. No, y'all don't really fuck with the show like y'all say y'all do. Y'all want the quality. You want the sauce to spread the word, but you don't want to support us so other motherfuckers can see us. How does that work?
Exactly. And here's the thing, it be some people, I'm gonna tell y'all, and if you're not one of these, if it don't apply, let it fly. I say that all the time. It be some people that would rather leave the stream than hit the like button. Can you believe that? If you know sometimes when you say, hey man, hit that motherfucking like button, motherfuckers will leave because you said hit the like button. I can't believe. That's some wild stuff. And the thing is, and why we say this is that why you got to spread the sauce, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all can choose to believe it or not. I mean, we've proven it before. Plenty of people who've been here long enough can tell you that there are other entities who watch the sauce. You know what I'm saying? More mainstream entities, salaried entities and things that watch the sauce, and will sit here and steal these takes and go run with them and put them on other platforms, other more mainstream platforms, right? And that's who I be believing the haters really be. That's who I really be believing the motherfuckers who don't hit that like button. I believe they are employees of those other entities. You know what I'm saying? Who come in and possibly program managers or whatever you want to call them. Oh, I came up with these ideas over the weekend. Yeah, while you was watching Sauce, motherfucker, stealing Sauce. You know what I'm saying? And go run when you start hearing them on the mainstream platform. Well, here's an idea. Oh, and those of you who know, because then motherfuckers hit us up all the time. Hey man, they just said. Y'all said that, woo, woo, woo. Y'all said this, man. And I tell you this, and it's not because I'm a hater or nothing. Like, I don't listen to nobody. If it's not like Sauce affiliated, it's not because I'm hating. It's because I don't want to say that, I took this take from this way or that way. Like, it is not like, let's say, it's a lot of people doing good shit, doing good work, talking Texans. And I'm not knocking that. But the reason why I don't is because, like I said, I don't want to be, infiltrated with another idea, and then somebody say, "Oh, I heard that so and so where." So what you hear in the sauce is all original. You know what I'm saying? Because the only time you catch the sauce is if we chop it up in the Discord. Other than that, I'm not. I mean, I'm not watching no mainstream platforms. I don't watch too many other YouTube. Like they'll drop a video, I'll drop a like, but I'm not gonna necessarily watch because, like I said, I don't want to be impacting them. And like I said, it's not hating. It's just to keep the sauce authentic.
We don't want our ideas use with anybody else's because at the end of the day we got our own opinion. We have no time to be have our opinions misconstrued with someone else's. We want to give y'all what we've always given y'all, which is the truth, which is real love for this football team, and we're gonna tell it like how it is, whether y'all like it or not. But I want to be able to come back after this motherfucking game is over and be crunked in the bitch that the Texans have won.
Exactly.
That's what I want. I wanna say fuck Trill. Nigga, fuck your 38-9. We came back. We dunked on a hoe. That's what I'm trying to do. Trying to come back after the show is over and come back on because I will be on the post-game show just so y'all have it. And at the end of the day, I want to be able to let our motherfucking nuts hang like Vince Young told these motherfuckers when they beat USC ass in the clutch time. I'm tired of being the laughing stock of the league, and I want motherfuckers to not respect us for so long, and we go out of our way to make sure that we are respected. That's the way that you got to live life, and if you don't live life in that, and you think that you're just supposed to be given something with no work that has to be put in, then obviously you weren't taught the right way.
And shout out to Miss Sarah Lubin holding down the chat, motivated. Shout out to I seen we had a Patreon describe. I didn't catch it, so I apologize. I'll make sure to get you your love in the post game stream. Yes, we will be live immediately after game. You want to be a part of the Discord? You better do it like right now, so I can go put the link on the Patreon for all you patrons. Like right now, because once the game gets started, I ain't finna be checking that shit. So I put a link from patreon.com/sauceport.
Weeded out.
Yeah.
You're getting weeded out. You're getting weeded out.
Right. You say I think I heard a sitting there for DW for y'all calling him a wizard. Yeah, man, no, it's man, look. Like I say, it's not even a surprise. I'm not mad about it. Like, when you have a bigger platform, you can steal some people who think it's original. It is what it is. But we gonna keep doing what we do over here. And the people who fuck with it, gonna keep fucking with it. Hopefully, if y'all tried and true, if y'all fresh and greasy, y'all gonna do that. But if not, hey, it is what it is. We just gonna keep rolling. But with that being said, Patreon.com/SauceSports, $5 tier or higher. Get in the Discord. We watching the game. We talking shit. And if the game goes bad, the best thing about the Discord, there's gonna be plenty of jokes. It's gonna be entertainment all the way throughout. Like it's the most entertaining thing you can do. Like it's basically like digitally being at a bar, watching the game with your people or some shit like that, or watching it with your home. Right. It's the funniest shit you gonna do. Texans related all season. But with that being said. Yeah, chunk it up a deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Shout out to Mr. Wingman. It's good to see you. He's going to be joining us in the post game, so it's really, truly going down. And with that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool.
Like I said, y'all wasn't going to hit it. I said y'all.
Yeah, 15.
145. You motherfuckers still ain't hit the like button. Yeah, it went up some, but I knew y'all wouldn't come through. You never do when it's clutch time. Just like the Houston Texans be doing. Motherfuckers talk, but you don't like to win the game. I feel it, bro. I get it, though. I get it. I get it why y'all that way. Y'all been trained well.
Already, man. This is what we got to do, man. Y'all got to be in that thing. Immediately after the game, post-game show. Ain't no bullshit, so y'all be there, be square, because you know we're going to talk about it, win, lose, or draw. We in that motherfucker. But we got to chunk up a deuce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Most of all, y'all stay saucy. If you're in the Discord, be in that thing. Beat us there, don't meet us there, man. And we out.